passing it up real quick, you know.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. Here's the former Utah Ute Matt Gay to get this one started. And off we go from Tampa. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. They'll run it. Here's the rookie from Oregon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. But you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Play fake. Mayfield. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for a gain of 31.
And this offense has come out swinging here in the early going. They pick up a nice chunk on that pitch and catch. And the two of them have this offense moving in the right direction to start this game.
On 1st and 10, here's Irving. A nice move he had, but can't break away. And he's brought down just inside the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Little out route here, complete to Shepard. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Pretty solid opening drive here, Charles. They worked in the run game, the pass game, just opportunity.
And the only thing they don't have so far, that shouldn't take much longer. And they've established a great balance so far. Running, passing, doing what they want on offense.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Mayfield now. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on third down.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Baker going to give it to Irving. And a big hit there. That was a man coming with bad intentions. And it's going to bring up 4th down. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Colts are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
They get the pick. Now what can Flacco do on 1st down? On the move to his left. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
It's nothing but pressure to affect the accuracy and the timing of a guy trying to throw the football. And on that play, they ended up flushing him to his left, contacted him as he's trying to throw the football, and that led to the incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Play action. Flacco. Got a man. It's complete to Jelani Woods. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A gain there of 21 yards.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
First and 10 here for Flacco. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 4. Flacco fakes the give. Sets to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Yaya Diaby. He's the one who got in there. He gets the sack.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Operating off play action. Flacco. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. Second quarter now, and it's Buccaneer football. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Remember last time out they threw the interception on their first drive. Good news, their defense backed them up, so it's still 0-0 here as they begin their second possession.
Yeah, and one great way to judge a defense, how do they handle what we call sudden change? When all of a sudden, you know, it goes against their offense and they have to run out in the field and try and put out the fire. give this one great kudos for getting out there and not letting that interception lead to points. Excellent job by them defensively.
His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Second and 10. Throwing, Mayfield. To Shepard, complete over the middle. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Now Flacco. And this taken in by Downs. He's got room to roam. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage one play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
That's good power football on first and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Again, it'll be Taylor. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on third and goal. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Stonewalled on second down. Now let's see what they can do on third and goal from the 2. Taylor. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on fourth?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on fourth and goal from the 1. Downs going in motion left. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. Flushed out right. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Joe Flacco taking it in from a yard out. And the Colts post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one. as he won't make it back to the 20. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Evans. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
Well, there's no disputing. He's made some poor throws in this first half, but this was a good one. And you can bet this is an offense that isn't going to pull back. They believe in what he can do. So all you can do is look forward, and they pick up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Mayfield on 1st down. Airing this one out for Evans. And this is caught. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans in the final seconds of the first half. And the Buccaneers have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and head into the intermission all tied. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Flacco looks to throw. That's complete. It's Adonai Mitchell. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
First and 10, and Flacco looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This pass caught. It's Woods. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Flacco will take to the air again. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Yaya Diaby picks up his second sack of the afternoon. But found his way into the backfield, and he simply would not be denied.
Well, they say that life's all about opportunities, and that holds true when you're playing defense as well. How about him seeing that chance, making the most of it, did a great job of wrapping him up and bringing him down.
Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Ashton Doolin, 32 yards. And the Colts have taken the lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that's going to bring up second down. They run out of the gun with Irving. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Back now in Tampa. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Mayfield looks to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 30. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff here to Irving. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
Understanding he's just down one possession, trying to make something happen by extending the play, but the coverage downfield was excellent. He escaped and bought some time, but that one goes incomplete.
They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. Irving is into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Setting up to throw, Flacco. Connecting over the middle with Downs. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Passing play. Flacco. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, This intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
This is 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Sermon. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Here comes 2nd down. Again, it's Sermon. He will push his way down to about the 14.
All right, my man, this is now where it's risk-reward. Because on defense, you've got to crowd the line of scrimmage. You've got to get in all the gaps, get up tight on everyone, and try and force the field goal attempt here. You can't let them break one big, but you know something, when you crowd the line of scrimmage, if they do pop one, it's going to go a long way.
I was going to say, could take it to the house, but the magnitude of this possible upcoming field goal, every yard counts. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
They'll run here with Taylor. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So it all rests now on the right foot of the kicker, Matt Gay. His first attempt of the afternoon, and it's for the win. And his kick is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. And I tell you, when it comes to needing a field goal in closing seconds, pressure situation, there's something to be said for having a veteran kicker trot out there.
Agreed. It's so nice to have someone you can rely on, someone who you know has done it before. And this guy's as cool as they come, isn't he?
After the made field goal, Gay back out there to kick it off. One last shot for Mayfield here. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that
gonna be a hard one.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. The kicker, Will Reichard, has the ball on the tee, and we are underway from Ford Field. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he takes this near the 25, just a little past there, call it the 26. First carry now for David Montgomery. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. Back to Montgomery on second down. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first two plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Flush to his right. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Shifts by him. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. From the gun, here's Goff. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
A shotgun snap for Goff. Eluding the pressure right. He's airing it out for Williams. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 58 yards. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Off of play action, Darnold And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Throwing here on 3rd down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down. And here we go on 4th. Darnold. He's got his target. That's complete. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward.
I'll tell you what, this is not for the faint of heart right here. 4th down, this is taking a big risk. But it's as good a play call as you can imagine. And the defense just not able to come up with the stop they needed. And this is not just a 1st down, but a big play as well.
Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Back to throw, Darnold. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Jahmyr Gibbs, 68 yards. And the Lions are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now it's Darnold. Out to the left there and complete to the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Jones. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's 2nd down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here's Jones again on 2nd down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
That's down the field for Jefferson. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 57 yards. And the Vikings are back within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 3rd and 2. Goff going to move his guys around a bit. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. On 1st down, Goff. They'll roll him out right. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Gibbs will try and pick it up. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Now a 2nd and 10. Back to throw, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Throwing on 3rd, Goff. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Goff rolling to his right. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say punt the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first half chance. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
He's airing it out for Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he will be brought down on what would be the final play of this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this 3rd quarter. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little.
They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. So this whole game gets flipped on its ear right there. The interception, return for a touchdown. And this lead changes hands here in the third quarter.
And it certainly felt like this defense had a read on what was going on the offensive side of the ball and said, let's cut down our coverage a little bit. Let's be in a position to make a play on the ball. And, boy, that sure turned out well for them.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Darnold. This one swung out here to Jones. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Lions are going to have it here just past the 25. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. After the interception, here's Goff. Open man right side is St. Brown. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. Again, Goff. Flush to his right. That's complete to Laporta. And he's got this down to the 35. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I've got a good friend in football, always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Flushed out right. The ball comes out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football.
Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Vikings are going to have it here at their own 15.
So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a two-score lead here in the third quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Darnold now on second down.
Justin Jefferson bringing in the slant.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be third down.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Now Darnold. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. Looking for Addison again, and he's got him again. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Consecutive catches for him. That good for 11.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Now Darnold wants to change it up. 3.7 sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. He gets it to Addison.
That completion helps out in a nice way. Now they can take a little bit more time, but guess what? They've got to make sure on their throws that they see it open, not just anticipate it.
Now we've got movement up front, and I think this is going to be on Minnesota. The crowd's not doing that O-line any favors.
Home field advantage is really kicking in, making it very difficult for them to hear the snap count.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Darnold. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. Stops short of the 25, but that second effort got him a couple extra. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
The sound reverberating here in the dome. This is third down. Here's Darnold. Completes this to Addison out left.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on third down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Will the defense pressure or sit back? Here's 4th and 5.
Fourth down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
Now Darnold.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow, wow.
What an outstanding drive right there to take the lead, and also, Charles, didn't leave their opposition with a whole lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I like the way that you're viewing this because they did a tremendous job to put themselves in a position to win, but they can't celebrate just yet. They've got to clamp down on any big plays and force them to use up those timeouts without making any headway.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here's first down.
Now Goff. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is.
I know it hurt.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And off we go from Lincoln Financial Field.
Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, kind of a costly one, as he won't make it back to the 20. Jackson looking to throw right away. That's complete. It's Zay Flowers with it. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
A huge play there right off the bat. 53 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10.
Down at the 25. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Henry. Oh, able to avoid him. And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 20-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on it. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
And Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th.
An audible here to get a new look.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip.
Well, they started the drive backed up pretty deep, but a nice effort to overcome the field position, get into field goal range on the game's opening possession.
And Brandon, I think from where they initial thought was, can we get 1 or 2 first downs and help out our defense after we pump the ball away with field position? But as that drive went on, I think their sights got set a little bit higher. They were thinking touchdown, ended up settling in between and coming away with a field goal.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Devontae Smith, the intended receiver.
3rd down here.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And this one complete to Smith. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. A gain of 4, not enough, and it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
It hurts not coming to the sideline. They're going to go for it.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Goes right back to Smith again.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So not only do they convert on 4th, but they pick up 22 yards in the process.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right.
Look at the big man rumble.
20. 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert
48 yards. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
He's still on his feet.
And in for the Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
75 yards.
and the Ravens are able to move back in front.
They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
And he'll wisely just take a knee here, and this ball will come out to the 30-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hurts.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Give him a little extra credit there. His head was cool as the play broke down. Didn't force a throw, and in the end, got to show off his athleticism with a nice gain to bring up a new set of downs.
10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. A first down carry for Barkley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Here's Hurts to throw.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 28. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Sliding out of the pocket. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And they'll get him down inside the red zone at the 14. It's also a gain of 14. First down.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hurts sets up to throw it. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Throwing is Hurts.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there's an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
He'll look to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. A great effort there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is now 14-10. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
That good for 19 and a 1st down. Here's Jackson to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Jackson's throw complete there to Bateman.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right, and he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw, partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
Again, Jackson. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On 3rd down, Jackson. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
They'll give Henry another shot. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Henry. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. There's Flowers. He's got it. Touchdown, Ravens. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 17-14. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Second down, here's Barkley again. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means fourth down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. Fourth down. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now this throw caught left side. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith, 62 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will make this a 4-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
To throw is Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Milton Williams showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Ravens first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Play action. Now Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, no surprise there. He was looking for one of his favorite targets again as soon as he left the pocket. But the coverage was good downfield. They got right to the receiver and helped prevent that completion.
Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This will go to Henry out wide. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Ravens with possession of the football, but trailing on the big board as we get set for the 4th.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
They converted twice on 3rd down that drive already, but couldn't make it a 3rd. We always talk about in-game adjustments. How about what the defense did there, able to shut them down on that attempt?
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Now a play fake here on 1st down.
That's into the hands of Flowers over the middle.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A big play that time on the catch and run. And this long drive is going to continue as they move the chains again. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And Jackson throwing once more. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 6-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens put together a 4th quarter drive to take the lead.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it. And this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. Again, it's Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. He'll drop to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. They'll set up to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
Plenty of time left, plus all 3 timeouts. Here's 1st and 10. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Run flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. And down inside the 15 he goes. And now all of a sudden the shoe's kind of on the other foot. Maybe you pull the reins back here a bit?
Yeah, a little bit, because you got to make sure that you don't score too quickly.
Back to throw.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal. Barkley is into the end zone for an Eagle touchdown. Well, that is the definition, Charles, of delivering under pressure. The game-winning potential. There's still a little time left on the clock, but the potential game-winning drive, and it was well executed.
I think we're going to remember this possession for a long time. We've called a bunch of games, but how about how they got it done down the stretch? Absolutely terrific. Barring some type of miraculous play in this last half minute, I think that touchdown just earned them the win. They really came up clutch when they needed it.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Two timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. Connecting with Andrews.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
Remember, the 1 timeout still available as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
That's a good-looking play to me. The big tight end on a crossing route coming underneath. Sometimes he can gain some serious momentum going forward, can he?
Yeah, he can indeed, and pretty well executed there. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Here's 2nd and a yard. Jackson.
This for all the marbles. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the longer way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now one more shot at it. Obviously, again, they've got to go for the end zone.
Well, we've seen it happen before. How about Aaron Rodgers throughout his career? He seems to pull it off about every other week. But if I'm the defense, I'm rushing the quarterback and making him move away from his throwing arm. That makes it a little bit tougher to get it downfield.
One last shot for Jackson. They're looking deep here for Flowers.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
What a game we were treated to in this one. And on that final play, they had a chance. They had the ball just beyond midfield for one final shot, but couldn't get it done, and they suffered the loss.
Yeah, and you mentioned how they had a chance.